Right here in the coastal empire and low country, we are no stranger to storms like Beryl and the dangers that they can pose. That's why Savannah Mayor Van Johnson stressing the importance of being prepared. News 3's Kaylee Fedko went to his weekly press briefing. She joins us now.
Johnson adamant in his urging for residents to prepare for any impending threat of severe weather that could be caused by a hurricane. But he didn't just give the usual tips like keeping food and water handy, but other advice like how to navigate heavy traffic and the importance of being prepared early.
I spent this weekend in some water. The water was hot. That is not good for us.
Hot water and hot weather off the coast of the coastal empire as Hurricane Beryl hits the United States in the Gulf Coast of Texas as a Category 1 hurricane. Savannah not expected to see direct impacts of Beryl, but that doesn't mean danger isn't lurking, and Mayor Van Johnson wants everyone to be prepared.
Because of climate change, our storms are more powerful and more dangerous than ever. And so, although there's no current threat to Savannah, we know that can change in a moment and in a twinkling of an eye. So we want our residents to be prepared.
That could mean having canned food, water, and other necessities in the house before the lights go out.
You know, I had a constituent that was talking about they had all this food and then have a can opener. I mean, you got to think about those things.
As for evacuation orders, that could happen at any moment when a storm puts the hostess city in its path. Mayor Johnson referring back to Hurricane Floyd in 1999 when the city had to evacuate and the congestion of Interstates 16 and 95. That issue, he says, is alleviated by contraflow, which is when all traffic flows west in both lanes. And to also ease traffic, know where you're going before you hit the road.
You know if you have to leave, where you go. And how you get there. It's a horrible thing to leave somewhere and not know where you're going.
Preparations of utmost importance, according to the mayor, because Savannah is unique in the fact that things can change in the blink of an eye.
Savannah, under the right circumstances, particularly with storm surge, if we're hit directly with a Category 3 at high tide, most of the city is underwater, and we know that.
Now we have a full list of hurricane resources on our website. That's WSAB.com/hurricane ready. That's including what to have in your emergency kit and guidance on things like hurricane insurance and evacuation routes. Kaylee Fedko, WSAB News 3 on your side.